I never want to look at anything as a worst of something, but if I had like my worst road trip in recent memory is I took two of my girls snowboarding to Mont Tremblant, and we went with actually some friends. We went with two other dads and one of the guys' sons as well. And so it's a trip we had actually done probably 6 years ago, and the kids had always talked about it and they wanted to go back. So, anyways, just as it turned out this time, it was plus 10 the one day of skiing, and it was really drizzly and rain. And then overnight, it went to minus 18. So the next morning, it was like hard as a rock. So picture like skiing in mashed potatoes on the first day, and then and it rained, and then the second day, it's just like everything is glare ice. And my youngest daughter, she's 12, she wasn't really having a good time skiing, so we had to kind of separate from the pack and kind of do our own thing. So we couldn't really ski as a group. Not to mention the fact that just the two girls were fighting. So I had my 16-year-old and my 12-year-old, and they were fighting in the mornings when we would get up and just getting ready to go. And so that was like super stressful. And then because we were separate skiing on day two, we were skiing one day. We arrived one day, skied the next day, and then we came home that particular day. So, I probably should have stayed on the second, or sorry, on the third night. I probably should have stayed and then gone home on the next morning, but I didn't. I wanted to just get home. So because the groups got split up, my 16-year-old daughter was skiing with the bigger group, and it was just my 12-year-old and I. And so we were kind of done for the day on our second day of skiing. We were just sort of just waiting around, and then the group kind of wanted to keep going. So, I just called the dad and said, hey, the other dad said, hey, do you mind driving my daughter home? He's like, no, cool. So, we ended up waiting around for about 4 hours, just so we could find out that my daughter was going to drive home. So, I mean, everybody had a great time. Don't get me wrong. My girls had a great time. The other dads had a great time. The guy's son had a great time. It's just for me, wasn't the most funsy road trip I had ever had. In recent years, usually they're all pretty good. You expect a little kid fighting here and then, but I guess it was just because I didn't get to enjoy myself. I didn't get to enjoy myself skiing or snowboarding. I didn't get to really enjoy myself that way at all. So, hey, in the comments, tell me, what is a road trip that was like a road trip fail as a family?